everyone! Today I'm going to do the Would You Rather BookTube edition. I saw Kat from Catty-tastic do this and it looked like so much fun. It looked really, really difficult though, so I'm going to be making, well, I guess that's kind of the point of Would You Rather, but I'm going to be making some difficult decisions, so let's do this. Would you rather read only trilogies or only standalones? Now, the first thing that popped into my head is trilogies all of a sudden, because in trilogies, you have more time to connect to the characters, because in a standalone, you can't read a fantasy standalone. It's always a series, or at least something more than just one, because the world needs time to develop, and the characters need time to develop, so that's why trilogies are good. I personally am a fan of series, 4, 5, 6, 7 book series. I just think it's more fun because you get more close, and it's more heartbreaking when it ends. But whenever I think about it, the perfect format of series is a trilogy. Because book 1, you form everything, you shape everything, you introduce the world. Book 2, you continue with something while in the world. And 3, you finish it up. That's like the perfect format, but I do prefer series. But since that's not an option, I think I'm going to go with trilogies. But here's the thing. I am always looking for new standalones because I cannot find any standalones. It's normally contemporary, which is just fine, whatever. But I can very, very rarely find a standalone. Like, I'm looking at my shelf, I see about 5 standalones, and I have like 150 books. So, that doesn't, I don't know, I would love, so this is kind of like a mini note, put down in the comments if you know about a good standalone, or maybe even a duology, because I'm always looking for good duologies. Is there a duology out there? No, there isn't, except for that Just One Day thing by Gail Foreman. But put down in the comments if you have a standalone. I'd love that. Maybe even some duologies. But I think I am going to have to go with trilogies, just because standalone, you don't have enough time to connect and everything, so it's not as fun. Would you rather read only male or female authors? This is a stupid question because I do not pick my genre of books or my type of books just because of the gender of the author. I don't care at all. To me, it's really interesting actually since I'm a girl, it's really interesting to read from a male's perspective, because if a guy is writing a book and the point of view is from a teen girl, I love to see if that male is able to pull it off correctly. John freaking Green in Blood of Olympus. See, what I was gonna say is that most of my favorite authors just happen to be men. It has nothing to do, the books that I like happen to be written by men. Percy Jackson is my favorite series. Rick Riordan, he's my man. John Green is like my life and such. There are some fantastic female authors, though. I'm not excluding them. Cassandra Clare's TheBomb.com. I really love some Sarah J. Maas. She's epic. Veronica Roth, Suzanne Collins, so that's a really stupid question. It doesn't matter what gender is the author, but most of my favorite authors are males, so I guess males, but I don't really care. I do not care at all. Would you rather only shop at Barnes & Noble or on Amazon? Barnes & Noble, absolutely, because if I want a book, I want it then. I don't want to have to order and then wait a week to get my book because I want to read it then. And if I go to Barnes & Noble, I get to go and I get to smell the pages and the coffee and the food from the Starbucks in there. And all the people there are so nice, plus you get to go and see it. That's why one of my friends pre-ordered Airfire. Good for you, because that means you get a guaranteed copy. But I want to go to Barnes & Noble and I want to see the special shelf with the Throne of Glass series and have the gorgeous Airfire staring back at me. I like to go and see it with all of its friends and such, so definitely Barnes & Noble. I've ordered books online maybe 3 times in my book obsession, which has lasted about 2 years, so I don't shop online. Would you rather have all your book to media adaptations be movies or TV series? TV series. No, I completely lied. Movies. I don't know why I said TV series. Movies. Because a TV series, that means you have to keep up with it, and what day is it? Crap, it's Wednesday, the show came on and I missed it. But with a movie, it's in theaters for several weeks. Plus, it's just so much fun to go to the movie and you get all hyped up because you're like, oh yeah, catch a fire. Good book, good series, awesome actors, let's do this. But if The Hunger Games was a TV series, I don't know how to explain the level of awfulness that would be. Some, I guess, could be, The Selection would be a pretty good TV show. Like, that's one that I would watch. But movies, I love book to movie adaptations if they're done freaking right. I don't care what it is from a media adaptation unless it's right. Like, do not touch Percy Jackson. Just stop. You already ruined it. Stop. There's no need to keep going with those stupid, awful movies. Please, I beg of you, do not touch my babies. There's so many of my favorite books that I want to be seen adapted to film just so I can see if my casting in my head was right and if that scene was how it was in the book. But at the same time, I also don't want that because I don't want it to be wrong. Like, something that I think would be a fantastic a fantastic movie or TV series would be The Selection. That'd be great, but it has to be right. Turn of Glass. Good God, that'd be the best movie ever. Please, can someone make a movie of Turn of Glass? So I'm gonna say movie, if you got that. Would you rather read 5 pages per day or 5 books per week? Okay, 5 pages a day is ridiculous. Like, can you imagine trying to read a Harry Potter book like that? You never get done. 5 books a week is a lot. Normally I read like 2 or 3. 5 books is a lot. And see, I read thickish books, like from 300 and up pages. So, but I would rather read more than read less. 5 pages a day would be awful. Would you rather be a professional reviewer or author? I love my work on YouTube. I love reviewing books, and I love talking to people about books just because, like, if they get what I'm going through, I will talk to you until your ears fall off. So if you see me reading a book you like, if you come up to me, you're in. There's no way out of my conversations. But I've always wanted to be an author, and I am currently writing a novel. Yeah, I'm writing several different novels because I have different ideas, and none of them are remotely done. Like, expected publication is 2050 because, like, I can't just have a steady flow because my ideas come randomly and I'll type them down on my phone and, like, I'll come up with a fantastic line, like some really fancy, descriptive, awesome line that I want to put in a book, and I'll do that. But definitely an author. I love reviewing and talking to people, but I've always wanted to be a writer, an author, because I always admire them. Would you rather only read your top 20 favorite books or always new books that you haven't read? That's really, really hard. Like, if you say that you want to read new books, does that mean that you can't read your favorites? Because that's not alright. Because, like, if I couldn't read Percy Jackson, Phew, Hunger Games, if I couldn't read those books, I would not be a happy person. I love flipping through them and just... Oh, Percy Jackson. Sorry, my blood of Olympus feels are up. But, like, I mean, if that's what that means, then I guess I want to always read new books. I don't want to have to continually reread the 20. Not because I don't love them, but I'm afraid I would get tired of them. Can you imagine getting tired of Tifios? That would be the worst thing ever. That's why I don't want to continuously reread it so I don't get tired of it. Oh, yeah, it's a good book. So that's why I'm careful about it. But I'm going to say that I want to always read new, but I want to be able to read my favorites as well. Would you rather be a librarian or a bookseller? Bookseller. Libraries freak me out because germs and because you don't get to keep the books, and I have a tendency to pet my books and hug them, and I don't want to hug them if some meth addict had it before, so bookseller. Actually, that'd be pretty fun. I'm actually want to be a bookseller sometime in my teen years. If I can get a job like at Barnes & Noble or something. That'd be really fun, just surrounded by something that I like. Would you rather only read your favorite genre or all other genres except your favorite? My favorite genre, I'm going to go ahead and say either fantasy or dystopian. I guess fantasy. I'm just going to go with fantasy, high fantasy. Fantasy, dystopian, I don't know, but I would rather, oh gosh, this is the hardest one, I think, because, like, I want to be able to read other genres so that I can be opened up to new and beautiful worlds and fantastic, awesome, hilarious characters, but I don't want to have to give up reading my favorites, because, like, if I only had to read contemporary, I'd probably shoot myself in the foot, just because contemporary, I read, like, a contemporary every 5 or 6 books. Just because contemporary, I like fun, I like big worlds, I like crazy worlds, but recently I've been like contemporary kicking it, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know if I don't have anything to read, which I know isn't true because I'm looking at my bookshelf and like 50% of it I haven't read, but I'm making my way through. But this is hard. I'm gonna say only genres that I haven't read and not read my favorite, just because I want to be opened up to new things. I love my favorite genres though. Would you rather only read physical books or only ebooks? Physical books, always. I will read an ebook if I must, and I will read an ebook if it is a book that I do not care about all that much, like if it's maybe the one for school, or one that I'm just reading so I can go see the movie. Maze Runner. But I'm probably actually going to end up buying that, side note. But, like, the reason why is because I love petting and holding and just screaming and throwing my books at the wall when I'm mad. I love doing that. Yeah. Plus, another reason why is because of my bookshelf. I want my bookshelf to be gorgeous. So if I have like 50 ebooks, that could be 50 real books that I put on that shelf and it looks gorgeous and perfect and colorful. That's definitely why I prefer physical books. Is the main reason pretty much is because of my bookshelf. I want my bookshelf to look beautiful and full and stocked and gorgeous and perfect. Perfect. Plus, I just prefer it because you have to charge your little e-reader crappy thingy and such, so physical books. So everyone, that was the rather lengthy Would You Rather BookTube edition. I'm not gonna tag anyone, but for all you new booktubers who haven't done this, or if you are a big booktuber and you just haven't done it yet, go ahead and say that Margaret tagged you. You're allowed to say that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.